friends, we're gonna draw Princess Cadence.
Yes, I'm so excited. All right, little girl, you got your marker?
Yeah.
We hope you guys are gonna follow along with us. If we go too fast, you can always
Pause the video.
Yes, you can always pause the video. You ready to start? All right, let's do this. All right, Hats, we're gonna start with our paper vertical, and we're gonna start by drawing her eye. And she has really pretty eyes. She's got really long eyelashes. So we're gonna draw a line that is kind of a crazy line that comes down like that, and then right at the end, it kind of comes out at a point, okay? So let's start right here. So we're about the same spot I'm drawing. You can start right there and then draw to right there. You see how it kind of comes out? Comes out, makes a bump, and then comes back down. Yes. Good. Good job, Hats. I love it. Okay, now we're going to draw the bottom part of her eye. So we're going to come down here and we're going to draw a big bump that's kind of like the one we just already drew. So we're going to curl out like this and then come back in and then to a point right there. So we're going to start right here, come all the way down and into that point. So start right there and draw a big, kind of a U shape, big U shape. Good. You did it. Good job. Okay, I'm going to make this eyelash longer. And then I'm going to add another eyelash right below it. Good. And one more eyelash. And then let's add 3 eyelashes right here. All right, okay, now let's draw the inside of her eye. So we'll draw a big U shape or a big oval. It kind of looks like an oval when you finish the whole thing around. So we're going to start it right in here and then come down. Good. Okay, and then we can draw a big or a smaller oval inside of that. And we're going to leave that white. And we can draw another little one right down here next to it. Good. Okay, let's color everything else except for those 2 circles. Good. Nice. It looks really pretty, huh? Okay, let's draw her forehead and her nose. So we're going to start right at the same height of her eye. So we're going to come over here, and then we're going to draw a line that comes down for her forehead, and then it's going to come out for her nose. So we're going to do that. Let's start right here, draw it down right to there, and then come out for her nose. Good. Yeah, just like that. Okay, and then we can come back in for the front of her nose. Good. Good job. And then we're going to do a little S line. So it's not too much of an S, but it comes like this. And then that makes her jaw in the bottom of her head. So we're going to come, you know what we could do? We could kind of make that her smile. So let's come down right to here for her nose. So maybe draw from there to there for her nose. Good. And then you could draw the S line over to here. So go up, a little up, and then a little down. Good job. That's awesome. And then we're going to do her nostril. Good. So we got her nostril, and then we got her smile. She looks really cute. So I'm going to put my smile in there too. There's a little curl like that. You having fun?
Yes.
Good. Give me 5. All right, let's keep going. We're going to draw her ear next. So we're going to start up here right by her eyelash. We'll draw a curve like this. So we'll draw a curve from there to there. Good. And then we'll draw her ear. That's going to come like this and then down. Her ear looks a little different than the other ears we've drawn, huh? And we've drawn a bunch of My Little Ponies before, and our art friends can check those out if they haven't seen them yet. We'll leave a link in the video where they can go over and check them out. You want to draw the other line so for her ear, so it comes over here and it comes down to there. Yes. Good job. Okay, and then we got another line inside her ear. And then we're going to draw a big S line that comes from her ear over to her forehead and then curves down It's going to curve right at the end. And then we can connect the forehead into her hair. Okay, just do a curve from this point to her forehead.
Okay.
So curve down. Good. And then draw a curve up to that point. Yeah, perfect. Okay, now we're going to draw her neck that goes into her body. So we're going to start right here, kind of in the middle of her jaw, and then we're going to come down, and it's going to be a J shape. So we're going to start right here and come all the way down to there and make a J shape into that point. Yeah, good job. And you can curve a little bit more into right there. Yes. All right, and now let's draw our hair that's behind her head. So we're going to come over here and we're going to draw a big S line. Let's draw this part of the curve first. So we're going to draw from there to there and draw a curve like that. Yes. And then we're going to draw the second part of the curve that comes down and makes a J shape, a backwards J shape, like a hook. Yes, and then you can hook a little bit more over to here. Good. Now we're going to make a swirly line. We're going to curl around and make a swirl at the bottom of her hair. So can you do that right there? Yeah, just like that. Okay, now we're going to start back up here, and we're going to do another S line that comes down and ends into that swirl. Yes, good job. Okay, now we're going to draw the top part of her hair so that we can draw her crown, and then we'll come back and finish her body. So we're going to draw the top of her hair, curves into that point. Yes. Okay, now let's draw her horn, and her little unicorn horn comes up and then back down.
Can you make mine big?
Yes, you can make it big. Good. Good job. Okay, and then we can make the little swirls on her horn. Nice. And I like that you put a bunch more on there. Okay, now let's draw her crown. So we're going to draw a circle up here or an oval up here at the top. Good. And then we'll have two lines that come down. Okay. And then we're going to draw a curl that comes out over here on this side and a curl on this side. Good. And then from each of those curls, we draw a line that comes down and a line that comes down on that side. Good. And then let's put a little diamond in the middle. And so we'll do a V in the middle, and then we'll do an upside down V on top of it. Yeah, good job. We did it. Okay, now let's draw the rest of her hair. So we can draw a curved line that comes behind her crown. Yes, and then draw another line that keeps going. So we're imagining that line going through her crown and then coming over here through her horn and then coming out and connecting into that same point right there. So let's come out right there and then connect into that point. Nice. Okay, we're going to finish the rest of her hair after we do her body. So let's come down here and we'll do her first leg. Okay, we're going to come right here and we're going to draw a line that curves down for her first leg. So let's see, let's start right there and then we'll come all the way down to right there. Now let's draw the other side of her leg, and it starts close up here at the top and then gets wider down at the bottom. Yeah, good job, Kate. And then we'll connect the bottom. I like your legs. They look so cute. All right, okay, now let's draw her other leg that's next to that one, her other front leg. So, yes, you start right there and go all the way down so they're the same length. Good, and then let's draw the line next to that one. So we're going to come down here and get wider at the bottom. Good, and then connect them. All right, now let's draw the bottom of her body. So we're going to draw her, it's kind of her belly. So we'll come over here and then stop just past her hair. So we don't want to go too far. Yes, good job. That's awesome. Okay, and then we're going to draw her back leg. So we're going to draw a curved line out first. Good, and then we're going to draw a line down. And then this line should go as long as your other legs. So they're the same length. Perfect. Okay, now let's draw her wing, and we're going to start by coming over here on this side of her hair, and we're going to draw her wing that comes out and then comes back down. And this is tricky, and then it's going to come back around her hair on the other side. So it's a big oval shape, but it's behind her hair. Yeah. Good, you did it. All right, okay, let's draw the inside, the feathers on the inside of her wing. So we'll draw a couple bumps inside. And then we'll draw two lines on this side of her wing. Yes, good job. Okay, now we're going to draw the back part of this leg. So we're going to draw a curve that comes this way, and then it stops right here. So we're going to start right there, curve down to there. Good. Now we're going to draw a little line that comes out for the back of her leg. And then we're going to curve down for the back of that leg and finish. So come down. Yeah. Good job. And then connect them at the bottom. Okay. Now let's draw the other leg. So we're going to draw a line that's right next to this one and looks just like it. Yeah. And then we're going to come over here and we'll draw the other part of her leg. Good. And then we can just connect into that leg. Perfect. Okay, heads, let's draw her back next. So we'll draw a little line that connects her wing to her hair. And you know what I want to do? Because her head is a little big right here and her neck is a little big, let's add one more line right here for her hair. So we'll make it a little bit wider right there. Her hair is a little bit wider. So let's draw a line that comes down all the way over here and then connects into her hair. And then that's going to make her head look a little thinner and her neck look a little thinner too. Okay, now let's draw her tail, and then we're almost done. We're going to draw her hair and her tail next. So here we go. We're going to draw a line that comes out of the back of her leg. And then we're going to come into her leg, the back of the leg down here. So we'll come over here, we'll draw out and then back in. Good, and then we're going to come out right here and draw a little swirl. Like ice cream. So come out right here and then draw that little swirl. Good. Now we're going to draw the other part of her tail. Out, and around, and we'll stop right there. So start right there, and then come down to maybe right there. Good. Now we're going to swirl around and make another ice cream cone right there. Good. I don't know why I said ice cream cone, but it kind of reminds me of ice cream because it's a swirl. All right, okay, now we're going to come out of her tail right here and then connect in to the other swirl. So start right here and then connect into the swirl there. Good job. Okay, she has two different colors, or she has three different colors. We're going to draw two lines to divide the colors out. So we'll come right here, do one color that comes, this is the purple color, into the swirl. So we start right there and come down into that swirl. Good. And then we're going to do one more line that comes out that divides the colors. And we'll come out of her tail there, and we'll come down and then connect there. So start there, come all the way down, and then end right there. Yeah. You can start right on that point. Good. Awesome. Good. Okay, now let's finish her hair right here. So we already divided it once. Let's divide it one more time. We'll come out and then into the swirl. So we can start right here, come out, and then connect right into the swirl. That one's a little tricky. Good. You did it. That looks awesome. All right, now let's finish the last part of her hair. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to do another swirl. So we're going to come down from this part of her hair, and we're going to come down like this, and at the very bottom, we'll do a swirl at the very bottom. You think you can do that? So we'll start here at this point, right here, come down, and then make a swirl down here. Yes. Okay, now out of her chest, we're going to draw another swirl. It's going to come down here. I got a squeaky marker, and then swirl. So another one right there. Let's start. Yep. Good. Yes. Okay, now we're going to start over here, and this is the last part of the outside of her hair. Come back in and connect to that swirl. All right, okay, now let's divide out those colors. So we're going to come back up here, and we'll come all the way down and into there. Can you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, start up there. All the way down. Keep going. Yes. Good. Okay, and then the last one is going to be right here. We're going to come out of her jaw and then connect into that swirl. Yeah, keep going. There you go. Okay, what are we missing?
Her shoes and her cutie mark.
Yeah, she's missing her shoes, her cutie mark, and also the necklace. Should we draw her necklace first?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're going to draw a swirl that comes down. So it hooks down at the end. Good. And then out of that swirl, we can make her necklace. So we'll make a curved line on both sides. Good. And then we'll draw a V to connect the bottom. Yeah, you did it. That was pretty easy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, now let's do her shoes. And we're going to draw a little line that comes down. You might not have as much room because your legs are a little skinnier than mine, but you just try your best, okay?
Okay.
And then we're going to do 2 bumps. 1, 2.
1, 2.
And then connect it out the back. That looks good. Just leave it just like that, okay? And then I'm gonna do the same on all of the other feet. So a line down and then connect on the back.
1, 2.
And then a line down.
1,
2 bumps, connect.
1,
Line
2.
down.
There we go.
2 bumps and connect. Good job. That looks so good. All right, okay, now let's do her cutie mark, and it's a heart. But it looks like a blue diamond. So let's just make a heart like that. Good. We did it. Did you have fun?
Yes.
You promise?
Mm-hmm.
She looks really cute. I love how she turned out. Okay, but let's color her, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay, heads, we have our colors picked out. We're going to use a light pink and a dark pink. And then we also have a dark yellow and a light yellow. They kind of look the same, but we're also going to use a purple and a blue. We're going to fast forward the whole thing. You ready to start?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's do it right now. We did it, heads. That was a lot of coloring. Are your fingers tired?
Yes.
Yes, you can wiggle around like this and loosen them up. What was your favorite part? Her hair. That was my favorite part too. I love how colorful she is. Even though we fast forwarded through all of the coloring, you can pause the video at the end so that you can match what we did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Should we say goodbye to our friends?
Yes.
Yes. We'll see you later, our friends. Goodbye.
Bye.